Hi and sweet greetings! I'm Soenkai and today I want to show you a Clip Studio Paint EX feature that saves comic artists a huge amount of time. And that is changing all text across your entire chapter in one go using the story editor. Disclaimer, this only works in Clip Studio Paint EX, so pro users, I'm very sorry, we do need the story function for this. So let's go and have a look. So what are story files? Story files let you organize multiple pages of your comic into one structured project. You'll see an overview of all your pages and you can open any page directly from there. For example, I usually keep one chapter per story file, which makes 24 pages in one story file because my chapters are 24 pages long. The pages are kept together with the story files, this thing over here, in one folder. That all gets made automatically by Clip Studio. And you can open the pages one by one if you want, or you click on the story file and open the whole chapter and then open the pages from there. Just be careful to not rename your pages or move them outside of the folder, otherwise the story file will break. And let's click on this. And there you go. This is how the story file looks in Clip Studio Paint. You can see it's an overview of all the pages in the chapter with double spreads as little boxes. So you can see which page is where's the binding of the book in the end, etc., etc. Now, about the topic of today's video. Let's say you have a story file with your comic or a chapter of your comic and you need to change something about the text. For example, when I publish my comic on the web, on Webtoon or Tapas or Namikomi, I use a bigger font size than I would use for a printed book. Like on web, it's 18 point, and for print, I use 14 point. That means at the end, when I change everything to export the pages for printing, I need to change the font size on every page of the whole comic. How do we do that? We go to Story, Edit Text, open Story Editor. As you can see, the Story Editor displays every text box from every page in order, showing exactly where the text appears in the chapter. You can see here page 1, page 2, page 3, and all the little boxes where the text is. To change the text size of the whole chapter, go and click on the first box while holding Shift, still holding Shift, scroll all the way down to the bottom, still holding Shift, and click on the last box. Now every box that has text in it is marked. As you can see, now we go to the text tool and then open the tool property for the text. So this is where the window where you can set everything like the size, which font, the style, or the alignment, and everything about the text. If you don't have the window somewhere in your UI, you can find it via window and then tool property. Now, before we can tell the story editor to change the whole text, we must set the parameters. In my case, I've already set it. So my font is Sage Sans, and I want all the text in 14 point. No bold, no italic. Alignment is in the center, and the line space is 99 for me. So this is all okay. So now that I have set everything, I go into the story editor, right click, and select Apply Tool Property to Text. Now we wait because Clip Studio has to go in and change the size of all the text on 24 pages. This is gonna take some time.
One eternity later.
Okay, looks like it's done now. And Clip Studio also shows you which pages have been edited by having a little gray area around the page, and also the pages have not been saved yet. This little star behind the numbers of the pages shows you that the page has not been saved yet. So before we do anything else, let's save everything. This will take a little while because, again, Clip Studio has to save 24 pages in bulk.
One eternity later.
With everything saved now, we can just close the story editor. And as you can see, all the texts are a lot smaller than they were before. Now you will have to go into the pages and change some things around because, of course, as you see, you have to resize the speech bubbles, or if you have sound words that were made with text boxes, they will have the same parameters as the rest of the text now. So you will have to go in and change the font again and the size and everything. But overall, this method eliminates most of the repetitive work. So let me quickly show you. As you can see, the text here would be okay, but this is way too small for this speech bubble. So I go to the operation tool and click on the speech bubble. And now I can change the size because the speech bubbles are vector-based. I like my vector-based speech bubbles because I can change the size without losing quality. That's exactly why I use them, because I know I will have to change them anyways, either for print or for another language. Because actually, as you should know, I think, because of my gameplay videos, I am German. Und im Deutschen sind die Sätze immer wesentlich länger als im Englischen und deswegen brauchen wir dafür größere Sprechblasen. So back to English. German sentences usually are way longer than English sentences, so the speech bubbles would need to be way bigger for German translation. So that is another reason why I like using vector speech bubbles instead of hand drawing them. And done. Fix everything. And that's it. A quick trick to make text editing faster and much less frustrating in Clip Studio AX. If you'd like more tips about making comics efficiently, feel free to ask what you'd like to learn next. Thanks for watching and happy creating!